Who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper?
I'm gonna stop it right there, y'all. How's it going? What's happening? I hope everyone had a great weekend. It's Tuesday night. It's live. You're in the room. It's sports talk. I'm gonna bring my fellas right on in, and we're gonna get this bad fella started. Uh, uh, Representing. I'm gonna start with my Midwest fellas because they in the house tonight, y'all. Representing Langston University, both alumni out there in Oklahoma. Show some love for my co-hosts in the room. Excuse me, y'all. My co-hosts are in the room, Mr. Philip Townsend and Coach Moore. Y'all show Coach Ron. I'm sorry, Coach Ron. Coach Ron, what's up, baby?
Come on now, you got the L's up right though.
Okay. I apologize, Coach Ron. But welcome, fellas. How was the weekend?
Good.
It was fantastic.
Okay. Well, let me bring that other Oklahomian in the room, y'all. Represent the Two Dogs, the host of the Two Dogs Sports Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, every Tuesday night, y'all. Show some love for my main man, Mr. Jeremiah Watts. And we bark back. When you bark at us like you said about Jeremiah, and they'll bark back, y'all. So welcome, fellas.
Jeremiah, put that chihuahua up.
Hey, man,
it might be a chihuahua, but it'll bite your ankles off.
But hey, and then hopefully a little later, representing that West Coast out there, our national touring comedian, Mr. Marc Howard, probably join us in. So, fellas, man, let's talk about things that happened over the weekend. Anybody catch the World Series? Anybody up on the World Series? What those Astros and Phillies doing?
Look, right now. You see that Philly had some inclement weather stuff come in so they could change the pitching rotation. But that's okay. They're up 4-0 on the Astros. But I'll tell you, the first two games I gave to Philly, but Astros got a split, on the pitching. But I look for the Astros bats to come in over the next few games. So I'm not concerned yet. Dusty Baker will get the World Series championship
this year.
Okay. The Astros. What do you say, Coach? Anything you want to add in on them?
Not really. I'm not much on baseball, but I would think the Astros will win this in 7.
You're sounding like Jeremiah over there, but I'm gonna let Jeremiah say something too.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong. I'm not up on baseball neither, but I still think the Astros is gonna win. It's series tied up 1-1. They playing tonight because it was on the rain delay yesterday. So, but I still think the Houston Astros is the better team. I just think Philadelphia came in hot, but hey. We know what's going on. We know what's going on, and it is what it is, and we're moving on.
I got you. Talking good. Okay. Well, what's that? Oh, Crystal, you showed up, yo. You just popped in like a genie. You popped in like a genie, man.
Houston Astros getting beat right now, though.
Yeah, they are losing 4-0. But Mark, Philip Yankee, Mark, you got the broom? You still got that broom that you used on them Yankees?
Never mind. I'm not going to use the language that I want to use to respond to that. When you talk about the Yankees, the greatest baseball team, the greatest baseball franchise ever. So I'm just trying to figure out what is Phil. Phil can't hang with us, so he need help. That's why he got a 2-head monster. Anyway,
I'm just hanging out.
We love Coach Ron.
He holding Phil's hand for support.
I'm gonna tell you right now. My wife asked me to try and get Ron because she said, "Phil, you are killing them. Let a homeboy hold you down." So that's why that's at.
Yes, sure, good one. I think into even though Houston's down, I think Houston will be fine to win this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hating. Bryce Harper didn't do a damn thing for my Nationals, and he wants to go to Philly and try to win. Oh hell no! So I'm not picking for him. So I'll go with the cheaters. I mean the Astros. Excuse me.
That sounds like a winner, man. I think also I'm a root for that Dusty, man. He old school. And but what I really want to talk about, y'all, is Friday night was the first game of the World Series, and it was in Houston. And
Yes.
I was able to attend that game.
Wasted ticket.
Hey, man. But see, it's not always about the ticket and about being about baseball, but it's how the ticket got to me, you know. So one of my friends, man, an old time guy, we started way back in the day, and promoting, doing shows out there, and the dude name is Rob Jenkins. Wait.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. His name is Rob Jenkins. But Rob is the one that called like five of us, and we didn't know we didn't really know what he was doing. All we know he's sick. He has cancer too, and he called us and blessed us. He blessed a ticket on the fourth row of the World Series first game with the Astros game. And for me, man, as a young kid, we used to follow the Cardinals. When the Cardinals back in the day, I mean, back with Lou Brock, Ron, you can appreciate someone like Lou Brock.
You
Yeah,
telling on your age.
hey, but hey, I'm glad I was there. I'm telling you, my area anyway. We had experienced a lot of history, a lot of things that's going on. So yeah, but I experienced that back in the day, man. So to go to that was my first World Series game, and it was a heck of an experience, man. I know white folks stand up a lot. They stand up through
So
that whole
so
game, man.
so do black folks. So do black folks.
We have to,
You
because
just
if
have
you
to
have to,
you just have to be in church.
if you want to
In
see,
church.
no, but it was a great experience, man. I want to thank Rob Jenkins for doing that, man. I wish him, I wish him well. I wish him great health. I mean, it's incurable, but the boy is, and then he brought five of us that to him. We met him in Houston, and there were, different guys in his life. So it was a great experience, man, for me. I just had to want to drop that and wish my man well. And he's living
Cool.
over there in Costa Rica. So I will be visiting.
Okay.
Yeah, Costa Rica. But anyway, y'all, just want to drop that, man. And like I said, the Astros are losing now 6-0. Them Phillies is 10. But Phillies got them hot bats. They start clicking right at the right time from the wild card game when they went up there and they spanked the Cardinals. So
Wow.
anyway,
Thank you, Vance, because before you mentioned about the health situation of your
Rob,
friend, I was just saying, how could I get some of the four most boring minutes of my life?
Hey, Phil, I was feeling the same way. I thought we were not supposed to be taking a long time. I guess Vance
Well,
just.
now I
hey,
might as well tell my story.
Jeremiah,
Congratulations to the King family. Uh,
Jeremiah,
from the
Jeremiah.
Roberts, one of my favorite actresses, Julia Roberts, letting the world know that Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King paid for her birth.
I started. Hey, Phil. I started cleaning out my wallet. It started going so long.
Well, look at okay. We're gonna say the same thing, man. When you out there at the grocery store, I saw the baskets you filled up now. Hey, I bet you want to talk about that.
Mark done fell asleep.
No, I'm multitasking.
Well, anything to stay awake.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let's go. Let's turn it up, man. Let's get on the sports thing, man. And since we leaving the World Series, let's talk some football. And so I know one of our cast members on the show today has a favorite team, and I'm gonna throw him the question, Coach Ron.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Deshaun is going to have an impact now when he comes back with them Cleveland Browns because they showed out last night?
They showed out last night. They played like they should have been playing all year. Well, he'll come back the 11th game.
I'm sorry, my bad. He said that.
Go ahead. That's
My
okay.
bad. My bad.
He'll be back the
Go
11th
ahead.
game. He hasn't played in almost 2 years, so he's going to have some rest. Will they go 6-0 with him? Probably not. But I think they can go maybe 5-1 or 4-2. And if they do, they may have a very slim shot at getting in the playoffs.
Okay. What do you say, co-host? You going to say something?
Yeah, you can see the modest improvement in the play of Jacoby Brissett. His strength when it comes to his running the power, and he's throwing the ball a little better, but still that doesn't equate to the dynamics of Deshaun Watson. And so I think barring the rust factor, at worst case scenario, you'll see a 4-2, and that could get them into the playoffs possibly.
Okay. What do you say, Mark? Because as soon as Coach Ron mentioned them Browns, what do you have to say?
Six straight. So he played. So Deshaun Watson slated for the last 6 games.
Right.
So that would be the Texans.
Yes. Houston.
Bengals, Ravens, Saints, the Commodores, and the Steelers.
That's 5 right there.
You talking about G.I. Joe, the Cobra Commanders?
That's 5. That's 5 victories right there.
I was going to say I don't see but one possible loss.
They'll lose to the Texans and Houston. That's what the game They're going. Listen to me. They're going to lose to the Texans and Houston. Watch.
You're hilarious, Mark.
That's his first game, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you expect him to come into game 1 after missing all of last season and half of this one. He hasn't even been in the building. He can't even be in the building. And you expect him to come in and win an NFL football game.
Excuse me. He's in the. He
I
can't.
can see if they was playing Oklahoma.
Why would I even go there? Why would I even go there? He's been in the building for over 2 or 3 weeks now.
Right.
Yep. He can start practice next week.
Look,
week 10 he can start practice.
Yep.
And then he played week 11. What they're gonna do? They're gonna run the ball.
Exactly.
Nick Chubb. That's right.
Nick
They're
Chubb.
gonna run the ball, and they're gonna control the game with the defense. They got one of the top-rated defense right now. The Bengals, they're gonna jump the Bengals because without Chase, they're a totally different team. And Chase won't be back for the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Chase will be back by the time they play.
No. Chase won't be. Chase is out for 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks
with that hip injury, and they still wondering if that's going to be good enough.
Right.
So it's gonna be a lot different. So
hey Jeremiah, can I cut in real quick? Let me tell you, you don't need to say anymore because we already know your statement is crap. Because Vance just agreed and said right. So that just took everything away from it. So if you want to go ahead and address that, Vance agreeing with you.
I'm gonna tell you what,
real quick.
I'm gonna tell you what. Deshaun just not one of them regular cats that's coming in.
He's not.
I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
he's a super Negro.
No, well.
If you can keep him away from the massage parlors.
Hey,
no, let him be.
Like he was
great. He was great getting those massages. That might mess his game up.
Well, he won't be getting them soon.
he'll be all right. I think Cleveland has a good opportunity because the way Baltimore is playing, but by Baltimore picking up old boy from Chicago, it's gonna help. It's gonna help shore up. It's gonna help shore up their defense because they've been missing the middle linebacker.
Well, y'all, I'm tripping
Finish
off.
chewing, man.
No, yeah, because I'm getting the trail mix, man. These raisins and nuts, keeping the body working. But I'm just impressed with Amari Cooper, man.
He balled.
Impressed for what? What you impressed about? Amari Cooper did his thing when he was in Dallas. What you impressed for?
That's what I'm saying. You saying
Dallas gave him away.
Because Vance, we're not supposed to rehash what me and Mark and Phil talked about a while ago.
Y'all had a secret meeting without me?
no, you were there. You just clueless.
Okay. Let me take a quick
He
session.
sounded like he was having a stroke when he responded.
Well, let me take a quick session break. Well, Coach Ron, we're gonna see about them Browns. We're gonna see what they do. We'll keep them up, man, and keep a note on them.
Brown do for you.
All right.
If you just tuned in, y'all to tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. You're in the room, and tonight it's Sports Talk. I want to give a shout out to Bella Black in the house.
Hey,
Bella.
Yep. Give a shout out to our peoples that be watching y'all. So, all right, fellas, let's just jump in because we started. I gotta keep it moving. Ooh, Lord have mercy. We got to go into our first favorite segment of the night, y'all, and it's a segment that is hosted by the host of the Two Dogs Sports Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Jeremiah. What you talking about tonight, man?
Just a doggone minute. What I'm talking about tonight, it's not about professional sports or anything like that. It's about high school coaches that coach young people in basketball and football, girls and boys, in these cities and these towns like Tulsa, these public schools. I just want to say thank you for the hard work that you put in. We as fans, sometimes if you never coached, you take for granted what these coaches are doing, especially the ones that really care. The coaches there sometimes they're counselors. If the child don't have no food, they have to get them food. Sometimes they're the Uber driver. Sometimes when I was talking to some coaches, sometimes, when the child is having a bad day at night or something, and they can drive, the coaches come and open the gym so they can come shoot to clear their head so they won't be going out doing other stuff. And sometimes these coaches are there all times of the night. And so they don't get enough appreciation. They get yelled at all the time from the stands, from the fans that think they coaches, but if you ask them to coach, they wouldn't do it. But they still want to yell and scream. Parents that want to yell and scream at the coaches because they baby is not getting no game time, but they baby don't want to put in the work and the time to get better. And they know their child shouldn't be on the court, but they want to yell and scream because they gave money or whatever they did in these schools. But for the work and hard work and dedications that a good coach, a good high school coach does, I just want to say thank you for your hard work. I know sometimes it might not seem like it's appreciated. You don't get enough love, get enough thanks. But I know from Drawn and the $2 Sports Talk Show and on TAN TV, the African American Network, we want to say thank you because we have a coach on our show every week named Mr. Marc Howard. And we just want to say we appreciate you. And I'll be doggone. And I'm out.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
Look, I want to thank Jeremiah for that too.
Thank you.
Because I felt it. Oh, here's my heart over here. I felt it because I'm sitting up here saying the effort that I put in to coach he and Mark up, that he could recognize that. And, it made me feel so good. It almost brought me to a tear. But the thing is that I find that very, it's just good that Jeremiah picked that topic and put that amount of heart into it, especially given he's the first one I always talk about fire a coach.
Hey, they ain't talking about high school. I ain't talking about them coaches that's making $1 million. I'm talking about these high school coaches.
Yeah. Jeremiah, I got to give you kudos. That was well done and on point. You are absolutely right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's what I love about.
All right. Appreciate it too.
Talk,
Appreciate
man.
the love.
About sports talk, man. We don't always talk about just sports, down on sports. We touch all everything, man. My fellas, my guys, I want to appreciate you guys, for doing it. Every segment, man. Every time you bring a segment, you bring something in, and it be touching and it's giving information and knowledge and love out to the world. So I want to move on, but I want to instead of going into another question, y'all, I want to jump into another segment. The segment that we just simply call Mark's Rants. Mark, what are you ranting about tonight, my brother?
I'm gonna harp on the same thing, man, because it's definitely falls into life. So we got the guys. Both of their names start with a K. One named Kanye, one named Kyrie. I affectionately call one of them Kanye. This is ridiculous. And as far as Kanye is concerned, now that he's made his anti-Semitic statements, now he's feeling the heat. Of course, he's not going to feel the heat when you talk about other black folks. We just get mad and then we start trying to give excuses that he's got mental illness. And but now when he started getting cut off and he dared Adidas, and Adidas said, gone, and you're trying to, but you lost $1 billion or more, now you want to apologize. And we all know, right, wrong, or indifferent, if the Jewish community deems you anti-Semitic, it's a wrap, homie. It's a wrap on the endorsements and the love. It's over with. So now you want to come to us and apologize. Now you all of a sudden you see where you were doing wrong. We ain't falling for that. And black folks want to come, well, he suffered from mental illness. Tell me what particular mental illness makes you to be a sellout. Everything's mental. Us breathing is mental. Our minds tell our bodies to breathe. Inhale and exhale. We do it involuntarily. Everything's mental. Then now we got Kyrie, who puts up a link to share on his platform where he's got millions of followers. And then when the man who asked him a question, it was a fair question about it, or a fair question about still following Jones over there. And you want to act like now all of a sudden Kyrie Irving said he wants to blame the media for making it seem like what he's saying, that it's the media's fault that what he says is important. Really? Really? Now all of a sudden you do stuff and you talk about your platform. You talk about you're an artist. You know doggone well your money that you want to fight for comes from the people that pay money for these tickets and sell and buy your shoes. But you want to now all of a sudden hide behind saying they're making me out to make that my statements matter. Yeah, your statements matter. They paying attention to you, fool. They paying attention to you. I can't get behind that, man. Playing basketball, he doing his thing, man. Nobody asked him to shut up and dribble. But this generation, these younger guys, man, again, y'all want freedom without taking the responsibility that comes with freedom. There's responsibility for what you do. You are responsible for your actions. You're the first one to want to jump and say what somebody else is doing. They got to be responsible, but you don't want to be responsible for yours. And I'm not falling for it. Things change. That ain't never going anywhere. That's never going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So you can try to BS the public all you want. I see you, dog. You ain't. I'm not buying it, man. It's sad too. It's sad. That's all I got, man. It's yeah.
Well, Mark, we want to thank you for that. I mean, that can be a whole show, man.
Yep.
Kanye and Kyrie is something else, man. But not only
I mean, they're
that,
two different because Kanye is selling us out. Kyrie is just trying to play us with. He just wants to do stuff, and then all of a sudden want to act like, well. It's kind of like Vance when he make these poor calls on sports and then try to say stuff. It's almost like that. It's almost as bad. It's almost as bad.
Stop, Mark. Stop. But also, man,
Thank you, Bella.
I feel like y'all seen. I know the rapper that was shot in Houston. That was,
Yes.
was Takeoff.
Takeoff.
We got to do better, man. I mean, all areas. It's just like, and we have so much ability, man, and so much. I don't know. But we need to do something, y'all. You need this, especially black folks. Come on now, we got to find that leader though. We got to find that somebody that's going to sacrifice and take a chance to try to bring us together, man. So, Mark, you did a great job. Once again,
Appreciate it.
Y'all, so I'm gonna take a quick station break, and then when we come back, guess who we're gonna hear from? If you just tuned in, y'all, you tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. You're in the room, Sports Talk Live, and today's show, y'all, was a little different. We had a lot of commentary going on, so we're just gonna continue it because it's been great. So last segment,
people set up and say, "This is."
I'll see you guys next week. Phil, stop trying to mumble. We can hear you.
I know.
Look, I was so disgusted with what Vance said, I didn't want to go live with it. I thought I was off camera until I looked down.
No, your mic was live, Jesse. Your mic was live,
man.
Well,
it was hot.
Stop it with that nonsense. We got to find a leader. I'm not taking the job.
Hey, look, let me explain something to you, Phil, before I go. Last time I left early, somebody didn't come back no more. So don't have this happen again. Peace.
Get out of here, Mark. Man, hey, go coach
Mark.
some kids. Go coach some kids. Ladies and gentlemen, now Phil, tell me what you was almost ranting about. I thought you was doing a Mark rant over there.
Look, Vance, I sat up and I said, hold it. Let me check Vance's genealogy here. Yeah, it's black. I'm sitting up here. You talking like the white folks designating us a leader. This is your leader over here. This is your leader over there. Y'all can only have one at a time.
They do. That's what they really do. That's what we need to stop.
That's why I'm saying what you talking about. We need to get that leader. That's why I said that sounds like white folk talking.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No, sir. I mean, that's what we do. We let them pick our leaders, man. We let them do that. So
exactly. You can only have one. You can only have one top comedian.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Nonsense. That sounds like your uncle that I'm going to talk about.
Ladies and gentlemen, that segment we just flowed right into that. Our third favorite segment of the night is a segment of what we call Phil Knows It All. So Phil, and if you want to add Coach Ron, Phil and Coach Ron, they know it all. Go ahead, y'all.
Vance, y'all got to stop it at your family reunions. Tell your Uncle Clarence to knock it off. This guy sat up and look, the decision on Lindsey Graham and that subpoena, look, Clarence Thomas, it reads the Supreme Court rejected it, sent it back. It should have never made it past Clarence Thomas. He should have immediately thrown that right back in Lindsey Graham's face. But that's not really what I want to talk about. But I do want to talk about your Uncle Clarence. Before the Supreme Court is what with universities and colleges? Affirmative action. You have just a conservative leaning court that is really showing their true colors, that they are ready to get rid of a policy that's been in effect since 1978. And it makes zero sense. But really, the most disdainful act during this whole discussion is when Clarence Thomas had the audacity to say that he does not know what diversity means. Now, I'm not saying anything, but this guy is the longest running chairperson of the U.S. EEOC. You can't help but know all the planes that diversity falls on. And it's just mind-boggling that this idiot, I'm going to use something that I see in the thread, this idiot expects us to believe that he does not know what diversity is. You know, this is the guy who said when major law firms would not hire him, that when he graduated, that he could see the look in their faces of these white people feeling that he was a product of some type of affirmative action. And so instead of him recognizing that affirmative action helps get people of color into these top institutions, and they don't take away, because you still have to be that quality product in order to get into those institutions. So for him to act like he has no idea, no understanding of what diversity means is totally ludicrous. So the next time you see him at a family reunion, Vance, I want you to tell him I said he's the biggest idiot and hypocrite there is. I'm out.
That was good.
I mean, how can you be the longest running chairperson of the EEOC and say you don't know what diversity is?
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
You came back to Oklahoma City because you're the one that won that $2 million, ain't it? That's why you came back to Oklahoma City to claim your money.
I wish I won that billion plus.
Because someone in Oklahoma City won $2 million.
Yeah. But how do you win $1 billion plus and you might come out when all said and done with 300 and something million?
Taxes?
If you take the cash settlement.
What?
Taxes are not that much.
Taxes.
That's crazy, man. That's no.
Yeah. So
taxes is more when you win money. Taxes is more.
It's
not 50% though.
Yeah, but that's
a little over.
Yeah, when you take the cash out, that $1 billion plus plays out over the 30 years. The cash out on that is somewhere in the neighborhood of that probably 600 and something million, and then everybody gets their take in from there. So I'm still taking my cash out though.
You too? Hey, I have a question. If y'all win the lottery in Texas, do y'all gotta
pay state tax?
No, I'm saying disclaim who you are. Do you gotta let everybody know that who you are? Like in Oklahoma, if I win the lottery in Oklahoma, I gotta tell people my name.
Stay anonymous.
Right. I believe they have that. That's why I go under a pseudonym.
They call you that man.
Well, I know in some states that where you don't have to let people know who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because they look at it as
so your producer said you can stay anonymous in Texas.
They look at it, the states that do that, they look at that as it's good advertisement. But But look, I don't play the lottery, so
You can't win.
yeah,
win.
I can't win.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
play, you can't
I
win.
tried to figure out how to do a ticket once, and they laughed at me. I haven't been back.
Hey, when it get this high, I play. I spend $10 on getting fast food, so I just take that $10 and give me a ticket.
I hear you.
Okay. Thanks for the donation.
If I had that dollar, I'd get it myself.
But anyway, y'all, man, it's been a great show. I know we kind of started out a little different tonight. It's one of those type of shows. Still, I think it was a lot of good information out. We got we at least we know about the Cleveland Browns. Hopefully, we'll see what Deshaun do, man. I hope the brother do come out and play, man. And yeah, because what he has to go through, man. He's hey, he's sticking to his guns, man. So it is what it is. So, Coach Ron, you got anything you want to put out there in the universe of Tan TV land?
No, just thanks again for having me on the show. It's been a great show. Everybody had some good words. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And you add to it, man. I really appreciate you sitting by my co-host there, man. That boy something else.
Yes, he is.
And the host of the Two Dogs. Look at you, boy. I saw you doing a great thing, man. And talk about it, man. Go on and talk about your sickle cell
Yeah.
crusade. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Wait, before he does that, Vance, let me say one thing.
Go ahead, Phil.
I have told Jeremiah not to make his pro picks without asking me first.
Yeah,
As soon as he said them, I said, that's 5 wrong right there. But one I'm going to give him credit for. And the one I'm going to give him credit for is the Tampa Bay game. Because I think he meant to say the other team, because he said, I'm going with Tampa Bay because they're all in a disarray. And I think he really meant to say the other team was going to win and Tampa was going to lose because they were all in disarray.
No.
Hey, my picks were still good last week. I went 10-5, and my new ones come out this week. Yes, I went 10-5 the week before. I went 12-2. Thank you very much.
Hey, well, Jeremiah.
My new ones will be posted on Wednesday.
All right,
yeah, but you bragging, you could have gone 15-0. Talking to me.
Hey, but make sure y'all support sickle cell awareness. Hey, we give out food baskets here in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the whole state of Oklahoma. So we give out food baskets for Thanksgiving, but it's not just any kind of basket. It's not just Thanksgiving food, but we give out food to make sure that the family has something they eat after Thanksgiving. So they get cereal, they get milk, they get ground beef, they get chicken, they get vegetables, they get anything that you can name. And it's not the off-brand stuff, it's the name brand stuff, because we don't give them nothing that we don't bring in our own house. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. So if you want to go and support, you can go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org, www.sicklecelloklahoma.org. We got an example right here in Mr. Phil Townsend. He see where his money go every time he donate to the organization, because we send pictures and he see the people happy and go lucky because they got something good. Just go support the family with sickle cell disease. Go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
Well,
That's
Jeremiah.
like my accountant knows I'm not lying.
Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
And you know you've been touched by an angel, brother. That Phil Townsend, that household, boy. Yeah. The real angel is the doc. The real that's Phil one of us. Phil one of us, man. I love you, man. But I love you, Phil, man. I mean, and that, hey, Jeremiah, and what he does, it comes from his heart, man. That ain't what I heard. This is what I know. So this is what I know. That boy Phil, I got to toot his horn every now and then. That's my co-host, man. He brought a lot of structure and everything to the sports talk. So, like I said, man, it's been a crazy show tonight, but it's been a wonderful show, man. So sometimes when you're live, it just happens that way. Coach Ron, man, once again, man, appreciate you showing up and hanging out with us. Jeremiah, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Co-host, you be safe out there in Oklahoma, man. We will see you back here on Texas Soul real soon. Hey, y'all be safe out there, y'all. And don't forget, oh, shucks, vote.
Vote.
Get out there and vote. Vote. Early voting is over on November 4th for us. So make sure. Good night, Bella. Good.
All
Make
right,
sure you
fella.
guys
Good night, Bella.
come on out and vote. 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 Vote.
Nice to
Vote. Vote.
there.
We'll,
All
we'll
right.
see you next week. Producer,
Peace
election day
out.
is November.
Hey, make sure y'all set y'all clocks back on Saturday night at 2 a.m. Set them back.
Election day is November 8th, y'all. So make sure you get out and vote. Early voting is November 4th. It ends November 4th. So we out of here. We had a great
Peace.
night. Thank
Hey.
y'all.